You may be either excited or terrified at what seems like the inevitable destruction of jobs by the forthcoming wave of AI and robotics. However, I do not think the jobs are going anywhere. Congratulations or condolences, whichever is more appropriate. While the jobs aren't going anywhere, that doesn't mean things won't change. To dig into this, we'll need to understand the ideas of two dead dudes, Ludd and Jevon, and one core economic principle that describes times of change like this, which you can use to help land on your feet. This is not the first technological revolution to change up the nature of work. The 19th century saw the Industrial Revolution, a complete paradigm shift in work as we know it. While this evolution was occurring, a counter-revolution was brewing in the textile industry. Following after the passionate writings of one fictitious Ned Ludd, a group formed called the Luddites. They organized protests and would dismantle machines that they saw as threatening their way of life and reducing the quality of goods produced. 200 years later, we can see who won that war. The nature of the textile industry has massively changed, far gone from the human factories of old. However, the craft is alive and well, and one might argue there are even more jobs in textiles than years past. Craft stores overflow with textiles that years old could only dream of. Conventions are full of people wearing bespoke costumes they have crafted, and e-commerce platforms like Etsy have given whole stages for people to self-employ as textile artisans. To help understand this end state of things, we'll need the help of economist William Jevon. Jevon observed a paradox in industrial England. As the efficiency of coal usage increased, factories were using more coal, not less coal. This became known as Jevon's paradox. See, while you can use less coal and still produce the same amount, what happens is as efficiency of coal rises, your ability to produce also rises. We produce a little bit more and raise our expectations a little bit, and produce a little more and raise our expectations a little bit, until we look around and we're producing twice as much, only with a 50% coal usage increase, but still more coal than what we were using previously. The same thing is already happening with AI. The Upwork Research Institute recently published an article stating that 77% of employees felt an increased level of workload because of AI, not a decreased level of workload. If the increased efficiency of AI is going to lead to actually more production and more work, what about the jobs that are actually getting displaced by this new technology? AI isn't getting rid of jobs, it's changing them. This can lead to a phenomenon known as structural unemployment, a fancy term that describes the situation where the jobs in the job market don't match the qualifications that job seekers in the job market are looking for. It's like a game of Marco Polo, except one person is playing Marco Polo and the other person is playing foobar. You're both trying to play the same game, you're just shouting out different words. The last 200 years of employment data in England show a remarkably consistent 70% rate of employment. This demonstrates that despite all of the technological shifts that have happened in 200 years, the overall level of employment has not radically changed. What is required is a shift in your mindset. It's not about what you do, it's about why you do it. Let's take, for example, a barista. What a barista does is make coffee. Why the barista does that can vary for a number of reasons, but let's say our example barista does it because they love hospitality. If robots that make coffee completely eliminate barista as a job humans do tomorrow, someone who has a passion for hospitality need not look for a new job with the title of barista. They can take their passion of hospitality and the knowledge they've gained in their previous industry and reapply it to a new scenario. Don't look for jobs titled barista, look for jobs in the hospitality industry. This growth mindset is what will allow you to stand on your feet. Change is uncomfortable, but change is inevitable. And don't forget, it's only with rose-tinted glasses we look on the past and feel nostalgia. The past was once your present and was just as confusing and mysterious as the future seems now. Stay flexible, have a growth mindset, and don't box yourself in by what you do. And you will land on your feet. Why do you do what you do? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to hear another interesting take on AI, click this video to see what Daniel Dennett has to say about the real threat of AI.